day, every day.
You make me smile in a dark section. Gone for a while and it put me back in. I can decide what it is about you. I love the way that you bring me back to. You make me smile in a dark section. Gone for a while and it put me back in. I can decide what it is about you.
day, every day. Mic check. Oh, that's right. I gotta reset the bot. Whoops. Recoil, you have to add your Yo Dogs back from your sub. Mateo in chat, how you feeling, brother? Chaotic painting all day or day. Dr. D.
Let's do it!
Yo, dog, Kenny Boucher here, Next Level Painting. Hitting you up on that literal best of all days. Coming to you live from that Beatlab. We're doing it again. My lady just texted me something funny. She's on her way home, and she was like panicking because her Switch controller's in here. She's like, "Oh shit, I need my controller." It's like, I already put that shit downstairs. I already know. Mateo, you're doing good now, man. I'm glad to hear that. Dr. D, given the old eyes a rest, then back to it. Nap time? Mateo, you're blocking in Aquila's on your homework and schedule a lesson. Good. Man, what's going on back there? Hold on. That shit's bothering me. Mateo's back. Polis, UK. What's up, player? Is that like a sub train? Is that what that is? 2-year anniversary, Mateo. That's awesome, brother. Dr. D, painting with a visor that adjusts in normal vision. is how I rest the old oculars. So, went to the doctor. So I saw the doctors, the eye doctors, and the dentist. In the last 7 days, like second time I've been to a doctor in a long time. I finally had gotten my primary figured out when I lived with my parents. I saw them once. That was a year ago. My lady sorted it out for me today, or this month. I saw the dentist and the eye doctor the same day. And then I saw the general practitioner and dentist again in the same day to get a filling. I was like, man, being an adult sucks. My nails are just slightly too long to paint right now. It's gonna irritate me. I gotta handle this. When they touch the paper, man, that shit irritates me. Dr. D, nothing falling out or off. You know, it was the same old, same old. Doctor's like, you're fat, lose weight. Like, working on it. And dentist was like, teeth look fine. You must brush and floss. I was like, yeah. They found one little cavity. But I've only seen the dentist like twice in 20 years. So they were like, you're all right. I was like, yeah, man. You guys told me one time that I should floss every day. And then I did that. Like, easiest preventative maintenance solution I've ever been a party to. Mo's Magic. What's up, brother? Oh, then the eye doctor is even funnier. Dr. D. I've never been to one, and I always thought you just went when you needed glasses. And he was like looking at all my eyeballs and shit. So apparently there's more to it than just do you need glasses. Dr. D says brush after each meal. Floss at least twice a day. See, I'm walking proof that most of that's excessive. I've been brushing my teeth once a day for 30 years. I brush them before bed. I don't brush them in the morning. I hate that. I hate brushing my teeth in the morning and then going to drink coffee. So I just don't. So I brush before bed and floss every day. That's it. Been to the doctor twice. Been to the dentist twice. And like, as an adult. Had one cavity in 20 years. But Ted says, looking at blood vessels in your eye and shit. Yeah, that's what he was doing, bro. He was all up in my business. He dilated my shit, and he was like staring straight into the core of my brain. Reaper, you know, it helps your mouth a lot too, not mouth breathing. Really? Never even thought of that. Your left I right hand dominant. Oh, you're like, oh, you're backwards. Yeah, I know people like that. Real Prey, did I get to see the retina photos? No, man. Now I want to see those. Cattic painting, yeah. I've been to the dentist twice in 20 years. I had one cavity in both those times. And it was very, dude, it took like 8 minutes. I'm not even sure it was a cavity. It might have been just like doctor overtreating or dental overtreating. Because it took like, it was like, I showed up at 8 and I was in my car at like 8:15. I was like, okay, that was fast. Like the Nova, whatever they injected me with to numb my face, didn't even start numbing my face until I was in the car. Because then I went to breakfast with my lady, and I was like, my face is numb now. It has like what? It wasn't even numb when they were doing it. Hold on, let me go help my lady. She's at the front door. Be right back.
Don't tell me what it feels like, because I already know. It's not the first time I felt so low. I got up like a flashlight, but the battery's about to go.
I'm back. Dr. D, yeah. Caddick painting, can't stand it, Dennis. Yeah, it sucked. So the best part though, so I've been paying for this insurance for like since I moved here. And I've hardly used it, bro. Like, what a waste of money. You know what I mean? And so, like, having a lady that cares about me is pretty... I can see now where they say, like, guys live longer. You know what I mean? Like, when they're in a relationship. Because she's, like... She's taking it upon herself to make sure that I'm on top of my appointments and stuff. So like, I've been here since August 7th, 2023, and now I've only been to the primary twice. Haven't been to the dentist, haven't done anything else. So now I'm starting to use my insurance that I pay for out of pocket, you know. And the best part of the vision thing was, like, since it's insurance covered it, I didn't need glasses or anything. But they're like, you get some sick sunglasses and shit. Like, insurance will pay for like $130 worth of frames. And I was like, tight? Like, how often? How many of these can I get? You know what I mean? I think I'll pick those up still. So, like, dope sunglasses, like Ray-Bans. Or some Oakleys with like the string that attaches them, so they just gonna hang around my neck. That'd be sick, Dr. D. Look my age. And my fanny pack. Fire brush. Yep. Reaper says, the last time I needed anesthetic at the hygienist wasn't sure the stuff they gave me would do the job. They told me they'd give me a nerve blocker that would need to pierce my soft palate to hit the nerve. But no doubt, give me a topical instead. I'll let you know if it's not enough. Right? Dog peed, recoil teed. Recoil, you're ridiculous. Yeah, Reaper, I'm pretty sure they just charged me for anesthetic that I didn't even use. You know what I mean? Like, it's on the bill. You know what I mean? I'm like, because my face didn't go numb until, like, I was at breakfast. But I did get a free cleaning, you know, like, I mean, it's great using my insurance file, because when I lived in California, I had free healthcare, and my mom thought I was joking about that. When I moved out here, and I was like, oh, I guess I gotta get healthcare, and I was like looking on the health exchange and everything, and I was like, wait, I gotta pay for this? And she was like, Kenny, stop joking. I was like, I've never paid for health insurance. I don't know. I thought it was free. Caddick Painting said I got my gift bag. Very nice. Was there a sticker on it? Dr. D says finding out about adulting at 42 is crazy. I know, man. Can you guess why there's... Can you guess who was helping me pack gift bags? He's like, yeah, I figured it was your lady. Yeah, she loves to help with packing day, and she goes into her drawer and gets all her stickers. Reappraise says, yeah, it sounds like the topical. See, here, okay, Reappraise. They did that. They put like a cotton swab in my mouth. And then they gave me a shot. And and it was a little numb, but the topical made it numb. And then when after I went to breakfast, then my face was so numb, like I was drooling, bro. I was like, that didn't even work. The shot didn't even work. Oh yeah, Repre, I forgot. I'm in the needle minority. We had a whole Diablo 4 chat. You, Seahawks, and me, right? Where like you both are like, yeah, fuck needles, and I'm like, if a medical professional is interested in a needle, I just accept it. And then I was like, wait, does that mean I'm weird? Am I the weird one who does someone's like, I'm gonna pierce your flesh with this needle. They're like, no, dude, fuck no, you're not. And I'm like, okay, dear. Right? So it's like, who's the weird one, right? They kept asking me, Replay, like, are you okay? Are you comfortable? Are you okay? You okay? I was like, yeah, man, whatever, dude. I've accepted that you're allowed to pierce my flesh. Although I think I'm too trusting. Fire brush next is pagan. You're okay. So, my vision is 2025. Reappraise. So I guess now I know why everyone's always like, how do you even see that? Or I can't see any of that detail or this or that. I'm always like, what do you mean, dog? Because you can just see it. So that explains some things. That's hilarious, 2025. Dr. D says, well, before I got old, sepsis set, mine was 2005. What does that mean? Because I thought it was like at 20 feet. Like you see, well, other people see it. Or I don't know. I don't it's is it like I can see at 25 feet what other people see at 20 feet? Is that what that is? I don't know how it works. Reapray says, yeah, you're constantly flexing your eye. See, I talked to the optometrist about that. Reapray flexing the eye muscle. And it's funny is he said that like, you know, a lot of that's been debunked because I was like, yeah, that's why my eyes are so sharp because I'm always using them. And he's like, nah. I was like, what? I thought that's like what I learned. He's like, here's the thing. There's a lot more to it. He's like, if your eye shape is off, if this is wrong, if like, you know, he's like in a vacuum, if you have perfectly spherical eyes and everything's perfect, yeah. But if like one of your eyes is slightly shaped wrong, like astigmatism or something, then by constantly using them, you're just training it wrong. He's like, so you need correction, right? And he's like, you're fine, it doesn't matter. But I told him, I was like, well, back in the day, Crazy says you have 20/25 with your glasses. It's awesome. Five line at 20 feet. War Pickers, that's what it means? So he said like in a vacuum, yeah. Flex. So that's probably why my eyes are good. Reapray. Because like my eyes are like I don't have astigmatism or anything. Right? But I told him like what my old shooting coach had us doing. We had a tennis ball and we would sit there and hit it on a string and we had to focus on it until it stopped. So that shit took like 6 minutes. And because we shot peep sight, like small bore, and he was like, well, actually that works. He was like straight up, like that's like focusing far, focusing close, focusing far. He's like, that actually does work. So I was like, he's like, so that's some old tech, but that works. Replay, exactly. If your leg is broken, squats will help. That's exactly that's kind of what he was saying. Like, so if your fucking eyes are jacked up, that doesn't matter. Catic Painting says you're right about vision. You see stuff further away, then you see the same stuff closer. And 20 feet is general management. Yeah, so he said and so I guess with my work, I do that constantly. I'm constantly focusing here, then there, then here, then there, then here, then there. Constantly doing that for years. So that's probably why my eyes are still strong. But I did get some sick sunglasses out of it, which I'm going to pick up like tomorrow. Dr. D says iron sights keep your eyes honest. Yeah, this was peep sight. I mean, I shot iron sight too, and scope, like whatever. But competition was peep sight, which I guess is a type of iron sight. Catic painting. As far as needles go, I had a fear of needles until I had to give myself a total of 6 shots a month. Now I'm not so worried about it, except the dentist. Fuck off with that shit. Dr. D, yeah. Grew up doing a lot of stuff. That now I grew up doing some quintessential white people shit. Like, classic. Like, we did horses, we did rodeo. I did small bore shooting at a young age. Sports, wrestling. I played badminton. Never got to lacrosse. Replay. The new iPhotos are crazy. The doc went over the image with me, looking at a photo of the deep space. The optical nerves are there, looking like Eldritch tentacles reaching from the portal, and it links to the spectrogram, so Buddy can click on the image and show you what the sensors detect. What the fuck, dude? I need to see these pictures. You have a buddy with a full set of dentures, 2 years younger than you, Dr. D, and another who got fake chiclet. What the hell is a chiclet? That's gum. Chiclet inserts? I don't know what that is, but I want it. The teeth replacement inserts, they drill them into your jaw? Holy shit. I don't like that. What's funny? That's why you go to the dentist, Dr. D. Yep. Dr. D. You know what's funny? Is I'm actually missing a tooth here. Unrelated to dentistry. And I guess my lady never noticed. And when I came out of it, she came with me. When I came out to get my filling, came out, I was like, you better take it out. She lost her shit. Easy peasy. Like I just joined and you lose a tooth. Yeah, years ago. I was telling everyone how I went to the dentist for the first time in like 10 years. And I got a little filling. And I told my lady that they had to take it out. And she didn't know I was missing a little tooth back there. And I just thought I was doing a bit. But she was like, why? Oh my God. Unrelated, completely unrelated to this. Dr. D says, we dudes do things that make us break and shit. 4 knee surgeries, and ain't gonna get any more. Take the leg, give me a stump. That's how I feel about gout, dude. Reapray, if you find a retina photo, post it. Thank you. Yeah, so I went to the doctor. I got a new. What I was saying, easy peasy, was like I've been an adult for a long time, 42. I had free insurance in California. Really never used it except I had that surgery that one time. You guys remember? Pointless. What's up, man? Thanks for the follow. But now that I'm with a lady and I pay for insurance, she's actually taking control of my medical. And now I've seen the eye doctor, the dentist twice, and I have a new primary. So I'm like, oh, this is why guys live longer when they have a woman. Like, so the dentist was like, your teeth are great, keep doing what you do. You have a tiny cavity, but I kind of feel like they might have lied. But because the whole procedure was faster than it took the Novocaine to actually numb my face. Easy Peasy says, well, at least you didn't get into a fisticuff now that you have a beard and lose the cuff that way. Lose the tooth that way? That's actually how I lost the tooth. Hilariously. Rear Prey, posting a whip. What's up? Okay, I'm gonna jump on that. Doctor, the vision doctor was like, your shit's tight, 2025. You want free sunglasses from insurance? I was like, tight. I've never had I pay for insurance, which I'm new to that. And then General was like, you're fat, lose weight. And I gotta go, I got labs that I gotta go do. 280 at 5'7", 5'7". Kenny, you weren't supposed to validate that. No, so it has a combination of factors. I had braces as a kid. This tooth should have been pulled. It was shorter than the rest of the teeth. So it was always going to be a problem. Like, I remember when I got my wisdom teeth taken out, the oral surgeon even said, that tooth's going to be a problem one day. And then I used to coach boxing in like 2007 to like 2013. And after enough blows to the face, even with a mouth guard, because of the nature of the mouth guard and the set of the tooth, it kept getting impacted. And then it got kind of weird. It got kind of wobbly. And then a piece broke off. And after a while, I was just like, since there was a piece missing, one day in California, I was eating pita chips. And at the old Beatlab, the California Beatlab, and a pita chip got in there perfect, like a perfect triangle. I was just like, crunch, 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 crunch. And it went right in. Like, here's the teeth. It went pleek right in there, like a wedge. Pop. I was like, ooh. That existential fear that you only experience as a grown-up, right? With a loose tooth. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I got that pita chip out and then I had a wiggly tooth. When was the last time your tooth was wiggly? You know what I'm saying? Dr. D, right? So now I'm experiencing terror. And called my boy Mike Twitchell, who is a good friend of mine, 40K player. He played in my doubles event this year. And he owns, or at least he did at least at this point, or was chairman or something, largest private dental practices in South Carolina. I just called him up and I was like, yo, what do I do? He was like, walk me through it. I walked through it. He's like, okay, what I want you to do, Kenny. And this is like, this guy is a prolific dentist. Past client, dear friend, known this guy for years. He looks me dead in the windows of my soul. He says, I need you to drink some scotch. And I was like, yeah, been done that. We're good. He's like, and I'm gonna need you to kind of wiggle that tooth out. And we yanked that motherfucker out. But he's like, but before we do that, Reappraise says, despite great tooth care, I have minor periodontal disease, so my teeth are all medically kind of wiggly. That's upsetting, dude. That hurts my feelings. So he says, what I want you to do is I want you to get like a ton of paper towels, wrap that shit around your hand a bunch of times, get it like thick. Because once we pull this motherfucker out, you need to clamp down on that motherfucker. We gotta like stop that bleeding quick. And you're gonna keep it there all day. Because we don't want dry socket. And then once you get that clot, keep the clot. Right? He walked me through dry socket and everything. It's like, alright. So the story intensifies because I'm in there. I've got my Leatherman, the Leatherman that I left in California. The one that I used to use on the stream to work on my tools. The one I've had since I was like the only thing I've ever owned more than 10 years. I got that motherfucker in there. I'm wiggling that bitch out. I've got the paper towels. Right? I've got the speakerphone. That's right. The tool of tools. My Leatherman. Replay says, can't move them on my own, but a specialist who knows how can detect motion. I'm working on it. Teeth are held in with tendons, right? Might have like an allergic reaction in our microscopic moves. Ah, that's fine. That makes me feel a lot better. So, I'm in the North Carolina Beatlab, which is, if you don't know, like, let me see if I can find a video so you guys understand. The North Carolina Beatlab was an apartment that our friend EJ rented. And it was set up for gaming. It had a kitchen, everything like a normal apartment. But we were set up with like 4 gaming tables that we built. And I painted there. It was like cross street from my apartment in North Carolina. Let's see, is this so this, if you go back to the old days on YouTube, this is an old video. That's the Beatlab. That's the North Carolina Beatlab. We had all these metal cabinets, all these models. Like any video you saw where this was the background, that was the NC Beatlab. On my YouTube channel. So the only reason that's relevant, Mike Painter 3D, let me get some love for that big time raid. Mike Painter 3D, what's up, brother? We're telling this story. You're about to get to the climax. Frankie, what's up, man? So, the reason that's significant, guys, in the North Carolina Beatlab, I'm not the only one there who works there. I work there, I paint there, I film my videos there. But several other people have a key, and people can come in and game. Small club. So as I'm sitting in the kitchen, I've done the scotch thing, I've got the Leatherman attached to the tooth, I've got the water paper towels and the speakerphone. I'm ripping this tooth out. Blood is everywhere, dog. And I'm shoving this cotton, all this paper towel in my mouth. Right then, the front door opens up. EJ walks in with 2 people who've never been there before to play a game. 2 brand new motherfuckers. And I'm standing there like with a tooth in my Leatherman. Blood drained all the way down my shirt. And Mike Twitchell on the fucking speakerphone like, you did it. We're good. That's the conclusion. Mike says, all going well, Mayan. How you doing? I'm chilling, bro. He's like, I always love a good climax. And one of them, this guy, he's great. This guy is awesome. This I've never met him again. This guy, he went by the name Raven. I don't know if that was his name. Maybe it was. This guy was like, he saw it and he didn't even flinch. He was like, yo, it's the real shit in here. And he just was like, he was there for it. Like, saw that guy 100 more times. Never saw him again after I left North Carolina, but like, that dude didn't flinch. He was like, this is where I play 40K. I'm down. There's a real ass, that's real shit. So that goes all the way back to Easy Peasy asking about how I lost the tooth. That's the whole story. One thing led to another. A painted chip was involved. Mike Twitchell on speakerphone. Leatherman. That. Bro, Dr. D, the horror on EJ's face. He was like, oh my God, dude, I can't take you anywhere, bro. These are guests. Free. Rhea Braces, if you end up haunting this place, I bet you'll be attached to that Leatherman. Yeah. That'll be my, whatever they call that in hauntings. The haunted Leatherman. Done so much with that Leatherman. Preposterous. All right, well, it's May. Thank you guys for an amazing April. That was my birthday month. We did a lot. We had a lot of cool promos. Thank you guys for your support. We got through tax season. That was huge. Now we're firmly in the almost halfway through 2025. My worldly connection to stay and haunt someone. That's right, Dr. D. So we're going to continue work on the Titan, but I did just update Patreon, guys. Shout out to my patrons. I have to edit the videos in a more round with more I have more moving parts now because of the nature of how Twitch has changed their policies, which we've talked about. It's a little bit more intensive for me to do the edits, and so I've got, I think, the first 3 volumes up. I've got the purple panels, the marble, and the faceplate. That's up on Patreon right now, edited down. The purple panels were 2 separate videos. They're one. I've edited that up. Faceplate and marble, and then I'll have a separate airbrush demo tutorial for the new airbrush. And shout out. So we don't have any real promos today. Exclamation point patrons. That's the only promo. If you sign up for $10 or more a month during the show, I'll give you a free painting consultation. Exclamation point patrons. Exclamation point class. I'm always looking for new student signups. That's a big part of my job these days. That promo's dead right now. Yeah, so sign up for classes, sign up for access. Those are my 2. That's it. Oh yeah, and let's take a look at Whip. Let me open up Discord. Pop this motherfucker open. So many loading screens. Bro, that's just crazy. This is what they're scanning when they look inside your eyeballs? Firebrush, you have the same relationship with your Leatherman that your dad gave you. Sorry, you lost it. Thanks, man. It does. It hurts my feelings. I lost it. I left in California when I fled my past situation. Yours was crazier, but you couldn't find one like it. This is still wild, dude. This is kind of like what the dude was looking at. Bro. Upsetting. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the project. Walk into the cradle.
I'm searching for some sunshine. Just need one ray through the dark skies.
Oh.
I gotta look for the bright side. I know we're gonna be alright.
There's the face. That off to the side. We did last episode we did pull an airbrush out and get all this metal done. We started doing some light pin washing up here. We did some quick placeholder marble. Try to sort out the panel game. Here. Drop some purple. Like we just kind of spaced it out so we can see. Because this stuff right here, we have to kind of hand paint. And then we have... Come on, man. Oh. So fat. Huh. Yeah, we have all the panels set up right here. So what I'm thinking is, honestly, it might be time to try to install the legs. Like, get the panels on the legs and then paint them from there. Because painting them on the box is not easy. Painting them on the model is easy. Okay, that's one leg. Let's see if we can remember how this goes. Like that. I've got the instructions over here. Let's just double check. The toes. Toes last. Okay. So we want to put on first is hips. Hips go here. So let's get this on the model. And then let's cut the trim. I've done enough nights that I know that getting the plates on right now is actually easier. Hip. It looks like we want to do this. Now we want to get this. Because what we already did was we already sprayed the metallics and dry brushed the metallics. And I think this goes right over the top. Oh, and then this is where the gun comes into play. Where did I put those? There they are. Throw that in there. Does that glue it? Or do we push it in? Okay, so that does actually glue in. That's so wild. You know what's so crazy about that? Oh, okay, I see what I did here. This isn't all the way in. Okay. And this is why I use super glue. This needs to push all the way in. And it didn't go, and I didn't get it all the way in. Oh no, is that? I'm glad we're working on this now. Okay. Francois, what's up, brother? Okay, so it looks like, you know, what's interesting about this is look at how much painting is actually removed the second you put this panel on. This panel's a little janky. Shut up. It kind of shows it laying flat on there, but it just straight up doesn't. Rose Magic. You built one of these. This is the heel. That's why you just finished some groceries. I did finish modeling the base. I'm up to 1472 and 1700 coats of yellow on the torso. Oh my god. There are more efficient ways to deploy yellow. All right, so now these But you're like Blanchitsu Grim Dark Yellow. His yellow requires 100 1700 coats. See, this is the problem. That's wild. This does not sync up well. Dark Horse, what's up, man? See, the problem is that this panel doesn't quite line up. I think I might have gotten it. Not been. Because they're identical. Firebush says, do you ever worry about using super glue over paint parts? Basically, it would just be paint holding the bond. No. I'm not worried about that. The glue actually permeates the paint pretty well. It you know what I mean? It's not just sitting on top. Now, I have had experiences where sometimes it's a problem. But after all the years of doing this, it's not enough of a problem that I don't do it. USA Libertarian out of retirement so soon. Your boy turns out didn't have enough money to retire. I got glue on my fingers, and then therefore some glue transferred to the purple. So I've got 2 distorted spots on that panel. Luckily, I can fix that. Utilizing painting techniques. Dark Horse, what I think of the new Death Guard rules? From what I've seen so far on the leaks, they look really good, man. From what I can surmise, they look pretty solid. GW's out of stock. Man, they're out of stock everything, as far as I can tell. I like to get all the panels on there, because then I can just hold the base and paint everything pretty easily. And I can choose what to leave out and what not to leave out. And there's all sorts of little spots I'm seeing that like I would have wasted so much time painting. I mean, look how heavily armored the legs are. I love it. Torso, I'm looking for legs. They were good. So now we'll focus on leg.
Keep everything that spills out of the dark locked up behind your lips. It's blooming out of nothing but a thought, like secrets that slowly slip. Shadow in the spotlight.
I'm using this brush to just brush any dust off I see that I don't like.
If you don't care, I don't care. We're out after midnight.
You see, so now just through sub-assembly and airbrush strategy, look at how much action we have here and how many paintbrush strokes we saved. So we got to do all this trim. So that's what we're going to focus on today.
You're glowing like the writing on the wall. I finally meet you again. We're slowing down under the moon. Painted trails where
So let me go take a quick bathroom break. Be right back. Let's jump into a whip session, and then we're gonna spend the rest of the show working on getting some true metallic gold on that trim. And remember this too, Francois, like what I like to do is I like to take it to showroom quality, like showroom factory, and then distress it. Because distressing it's ultimately an effect. So if I want to knock it down, if I want to do whatever, I start with like mid, and then I knock it down from there. I don't bake in distress or grimdark. I apply grimdark. Be right back. Give me a second. Request Mom in chat. What's up? Request Mom's got it going on. Ooh, I made a detour. I went downstairs and got a Slim Jim. Damn. All right. Go boy, gotta snap into a Slim Jim. Ooh, yeah. Oh no. It finally happened. Thank you, Apothis, UK. Go boy up. I just had to reset. I had to reset it. Days without incident. 0. Dr. D. Critiques. I mean, it's tiny, right? This is a small. Is this a really small model? I like the white. Just very small, yeah, 28 millimeter. That's what I thought. Yeah, then I don't care. I have no notes. Like 28 millimeters. That fucking. It's top tier. Very small for. I mean, it's 28 mil. And she looks delicate on top of it. Like, there's probably no detail in that face. There's probably almost no detail in the trim, like on the shoulder pads and shit like that. It's like an old school 28 mil, like pewter. Is this is pewter, right? Is this metal? This looks metal to me. For 2008, Tom Myers. I don't know who that is. Yeah, I mean, you did all the face volume and everything, like D&D mini sculptor. Yeah, it's fine, bro. Like I have no critiques. Like I know what this model looks like in person. I can. Look, you've got all the volume. Everything's great. To go any more precise than this is completely unnecessary. Oh, that's a pretty picture. What we got here? Oh no, that's terrible. I just noticed that it's going through the roof of your porch. How did this happen? Oh no. Storm? That sucks, man. Yeah, fuck trees. Just hit the porch. Good. Bro, you know what I'd do if it just isn't just hit the porch? I would just cut all the limbs and shit off the tree. I would let it ride. I plastered that up. Build the tree into the porch, dog. Use all the limbs that you cut off to build a structure around it. You already got rid of the tree. Yeah, that's scary. Did it wake everybody up in the middle of the night when it happened? It happened in broad daylight. Fuck. Look how cute. It's adorable. Yeah. Teach them young. Oh, look at that. That came out great. More pigment. You clean this thing up. Good job on this. That was a commission, War Pigment? Damn, dude. Good job, man. Look at this guy. Beautiful. Easy peasy. I'm excited to look at this. The display board update. Bro, this is nuts. Respect. Shout out to Easy Peasy. That's awesome. I love the little Halloween spider on the side of this thing. Beautiful work. Does anybody else got more whips? We're about to lock in and do some trim. Reappraise his eyeballs. These are just from the internet. Those aren't his busted ass eyes. Reaper, you've been playing the new Diablo season? I'll tell you guys, April was a smorgasbord for me. PoE 2, League 1, Last Epoch League 2, or Season 2, Diablo Season 8. Bro, I never had a month like this in my life. 3 like baller ARPGs all at once competing with each other. Fuck yeah, dude. Shit slaps. I banged out solid 60, 70 hours in Last Epoch Reaper. Yeah, it's a little different now. D4. So I love the change to the battle pass. I love the change to the season journey. They definitely want you focusing on the main quest. Just focus on that first. You'll level up pretty quick. And then switch to Penitent as soon as you can. I've only played it I've only played it a couple days. I'm already like Paragon 100, dude. Like, so it's actually not slow. It's just you're doing the wrong activities. You're doing like old activities. It's not about health hiding. It's not about. That's not what it's about. Do the season shit. The season event. Follow that quest till its completion. You'll be level 60. But it definitely seems to have pulled back on some of the nonsense. But you can blast it pretty hard. But I would say it's exactly the same as last season as far as like power acquisition and mechanic. There's some new quality of life, like there's some noticeable quality of life changes. Yeah, replay. Yeah, outside is just like whatever now. Like, it's hard to explain. Now that I've done elite level action, top 1% action in both PoE 2 and Last Epoch. Corruption 500 monolith in Last Epoch. Like, completely max endgame, max in PoE 2. And now Diablo all in 1 month. Like, they all have very different products that all exist inside the genre. I would say the two most different are PoE 2 and D4. Whereas Last Epoch brings you what you expect from a ARPG. It's very normal, extremely normal. And that's why I still am gonna rate Last Epoch last. These are my 3 games I'm gonna be playing now. I rate Last Epoch last because it's extremely normal. Well done. The changes they've made from the first moment to now. Like, cause it was in early access for like 7 years. It's clean, it's dope. The graphics are even better. The loops are good. It's too basic, right? Like, they have this incredible leveling system. Replay. The way I explained it to someone, it's like, so imagine you're doing a whirlwind barbarian, and you're like, okay, I do whirlwind. Now you have to pick up. You're gonna pick like 5 skills to specialize in. So you're like, whirlwind's one of my 5 skills. Let's say it's whirlwind. You want to pick Iron Skin, Call of the Ancients. Let's say that these are your like specializations. Well, when you say I'm going to specialize in Whirlwind, it opens an entire skill tree that is like a pseudo Paragon board. Much smaller than a Paragon board. But it goes in all directions, branching. So your Whirlwind, you have a whole skill tree for Whirlwind. So it's not just Whirlwind does bleeds, or Whirlwind does more damage every whatever. Like, it's literally like a whole thing. Very cool. But the problem is because it's so many choices and so many things, what happens is it's just builds. You just follow guides, because it doesn't matter if there's 16 choices. You end up only doing the choice that is the best, right? So it kind of ends up not being a lot of player expression, whereas PoE 2 has tons of player expression because of the way their passive tree works and their skill gems work. So as far as these 3 mega powers are concerned in the ARPG market, PoE 2 most player expression, but it's not like crazy. There's still only like X amount of baller builds. I feel like Last Epoch, least amount of player expression, even though it has the most choices. And it's also the easiest. I didn't die for the first time until I was corruption. Like, let me put it this way, Repray. Imagine if I said, yo, I just loaded in Diablo 4 Season 8. And I'm doing pit 100s right now. You'd be like, oh, shit, that's tight. I'll be like, yeah, what's crazy though is I didn't die. I didn't even die once until I hit pit 100. Imagine playing Diablo 4 and not dying a single time until you hit your first pit 100. And then it's only because you were ignoring mechanics because everything was so easy. So once a mechanic killed you, because you've been ignoring them lazily because everything's so easy, then you're like, oh, let me pay attention to this mechanic. And then you don't die again until pit 150. That's Last Epoch. It's dope. Everything's great. I love it. But that's Last Epoch. I'm gonna keep playing. But I love PoE 2 and D4 because they offer such different things within the same genre. That's what the action is. Like D4 is like everything's clean, everything's quick, it's a big world. What activity now that since you've already done all the campaigns and everything, it's just let me jump into the open world and pick the things. Let me do that. Everything's clean, menus are dope, everything's tight. But PoE 2 is a grind, son. You gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta fucking work for this, you gotta work the trade economy, you know what I mean? It's like the old days. So they both give you such spectrum-based dopamine hits. That's my ARPG update for the day. You can trust me, guys. Whatever steer you wrong. Speak from the heart. All 3 games are dope. Provide something. You need to pick what you're attracted to of those 3 concepts. Do you want like a 60-hour experience where you can get to the baller end game, experience everything the world has to offer in a relatively short amount of time and feel like a fucking Chad? Do you want to have to earn every fucking inch? Or do you want to kind of just pick whatever you want to fucking do? Have there be challenges, but those challenges are kind of like back end. Last Epoch, the dopamine's all front loaded. Right? All the dopamine's early game. Because nothing matters. Everything's easy. Diablo, your dopamine's kind of mid to end. And Path of Exile, everything is end. You have to earn it in Path of Exile. Every second matters. And then you start popping off in the end game. And then you have a third dick. You skip the second dick. 1 to 3. But Diablo, it's like you got to earn it early, but then you start popping mid. You know what I mean? Kilty says, any of these games allow me to run multiple criminal enterprises like GTA? No. I mean, yes, technically, but not in game, as Recoil pointed out. Repray, you uninstalled PoE 2. That's so. I heard you. That's fine. I really liked it it was so good, but it's so funny because a lot of people hated it this season. But those same people were like, Diablo 4 sucks and PoE 2 is the truth. And then this season they were like, man, PoE 2 sucks. And Last Epoch's the truth now. It's because all their busted builds got nerfed. So it just really shows you where gaming is. I was joking with OnePlus Saves today, DM. I was just like, I don't know if I said that here before, but like I saw some reel on Instagram. And it was like, you remember the old Pokemon video games on Game Boy? It was like whenever you went to like a big fight, they had the opposing diametric opposition to you in Pokemon types. like water type versus fire types, etc. And you had to earn your wins. And now modern Pokemon games, you have the diametric advantage, which is kind of just a commentary on society. Cody Rednose. Code Rednose. What's up, man? Which I thought was funny. And I was like, yeah, it's true. So it's like, where are you at? Do you want your fun time with video games to be extra chill because your life is super hard? Or do you want your games to be super hard? You know, do you want the challenge to be gangster? A lot of people say, like, my life is hard enough, man. I just want to chill. Reaper says, I got non-ARPGs to split my time with. D4, Destiny 2, Helldivers 2, and the new Doom. Oh yeah, the new Doom looks like it's gonna be crazy. So you've only got time for one ARPG. And you pick D4. That's a good compromise. It's funny though, because despite all the internet opinions, PoE 2 pops with their first league. Their first league. For my friends list is a ghost town. No one cares. I mean, people are playing the game. No one I know is playing the game. I'll go into Last Epoch new season. It's super popular by all metrics. Again, my friends list is a ghost town. No one cares. D4 drops their new season. Oh, D4 bad. D4 bad. But suddenly my friends list is popping. Everyone I know is playing it. So, like, my anecdotal evidence would suggest that it's the best one. Right? Hard to say. I like it more than Last Epoch, that's for damn sure. And I like it more than PoE 2 because of my friends list. But PoE 2 is pretty good. One is really hard, one is really easy. That's how I look at it. I don't need Last Epoch in my life because it's too fucking easy. Yeah, the new Doom installment looks ridiculous, Reaper. I just saw the graphic. I was like, bro, this is nuts. Okay, step one to any good gold workup, as we've already done a proof of concept on this. Mahogany. Okay, you know what? I keep eyeballing this brush. I want to try this brush. So this is one of my King art brushes. And they always tend to send me like an extra brush when I order my 18 zeros. So it looks like they sent me this. A 2. Liner, so it's long. And they're kind of a basic brush company. I just like them for their 18 zeros, but they always send me free samples. So let's get some mahogany, noosh. Bring back Dark Souls Pokemon USA. That's right, man. USA Libertarian. See, that's the thing. I can get behind that. So what we're going to focus on here is
I'm searching for some sunshine.
pretty high opacity, a little bit of moisture, and heart pull.
Way through the dark skies.
And we're just trying to catch the top frame.
I gotta look for the bright side. I know we're gonna be alright. I know we're gonna be alright.
And we're just going to, I'm going to run some moisture in here. And run a little, like this. Run a little pin wash. On the inner edge of that panel. To kind of lock in.
Just make it through another day. As these dark clouds will go away. I'm holding on to
That tool looks like the job. The tool. This brush looks like the tool for the job on this. Yeah, it feels great.
I know we're gonna be okay.
Mateo.
Yeah, we're gonna be okay.
Playing heart pulls. Get some water. Come back here. Go. On that heart pull. Should block in your Marines trim for homework. Should I block in? What are you doing homework for? What lesson? Are you doing your extra credit or your homework? We're going into lesson 3 or lesson 2? Steve Kimball on YouTube says, what color? This is mahogany. And so this is my tech for doing gold trim. So now we're using a lot of water and moisture. And we're going to run it in the seam. Kind of in between. And that's what's interesting about the mahogany is it works really well as like a pseudo pin wash. As long as you order a little moisture for the mix. For lesson 2, no. Lesson 2, I just want you to do the airbrushing and the varnish, bro. Mateo. I want you to do straight up airbrush and varnish. I don't want any details. You gotta give me at least one guy like that. Just lay that mahogany down. And so Steve Kimball, like that's, so we did a proof of concept here. That's how we did it. It's just mahogany to gold.
Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it.
Recoil's mom dropping a 50 spot. Thank you so much for your support tonight. Recoil's mom, good morning. How are you feeling? Can I get some exclamation point strong mom love in chat? What the mahogany allows for, Steve, is it gets the base color to a solid place that supports gold, and it lets us be a lot more confident in like kind of the riser, a little space between the trim and the panel. It lets us get in that little groove a lot more confidently and drop off a nice little border. So then when we're painting the gold, it's not about coverage, it's more about highlighting. Rather than paint the gold and have your butthole be puckered the whole time while trying not to fuck up your airbrushing, we're just gonna blast this mahogany and then just kind of casually throw some gold on top. A little moisture right here. If we get a little mahogany out of bounds, a little water, and you can just turn it into a nice little inner trim border. Take it back this way.
Lift my feet off the ground, let gravity take me up. As beautiful as it's been, it's time for me to go. I wanna sail away, I wanna feel
Some moisture.
weightlessness in my soul.
Beautiful. Recoils, Mom, what are you into today? You just get up, drinking some coffee. Moisture. Rotate. Always be rotating. A little moisture right here. Running that heart full. Want to get the trim sorted on this leg right here. Tail brushwork smooth and natural. Doing what we can, brother. Get the pinky lock, get stable, run the heart pull. I'm gonna teach you all about that in the third lesson, Mateo. You're prepping for the wash lesson next.
Seconds in, hit it with an F5. Hit it back so hard he feel it in the next
Yo, let me get some love for Monument Hobbies in chat. What are you guys into right now? We're gonna run a little pin wash right here. We're doing the old mahogany to gold trick. Monument Hobbies crew. This is a classic on the next level painting paint system. Whenever we use true metallics, I tend to have a habit. I set the trim with mahogany so I can do all the inner panel ledging and like the risers, and then I can just focus on gold being kind of just a highlight versus trying to get the coverage, especially after a nice airbrush workup. So we put all the panels on. You see right there, I already fucked up and I got a little misstep of mahogany on the purple. Well, I'm gonna take a little water, rinse it down, and I got a little noosh in the mix. And they're spreading it out with a little water. I can kind of just push it into the panel and create a nice little kind of grimy pin wash. Versus if I was trying to painstakingly do this with a gold paint, if I made a little mistake like that, it'd be kind of disastrous. So I like to get the mahogany first, then the gold highlight after. Especially after a nice little airbrush workup like this. And right now we're coming in mostly opaque, a little moisture. And this lets me be just bold when I'm running the mahogany, because mistakes don't matter that much. If I was dropping straight gold off right now, I'd be moving so slow, so methodical. My butthole would be puckered. Mahogany is an amazing color. Great paint. Somebody asked the other day, who was it? My favorite color, favorite paint. I was like, man, it's so hard to answer. But if you went on my Monument Hobbies order form, it'd be like transparent red and mahogany. So it messed up a little bit right here. And I just took a little water and just kind of feathering that. In the cut right there. Good to go. It'll be an enhancement. Semi-opaque. Mostly opaque. Just cut a little bit with noosh. I'm gonna run like kind of a pseudo tracer right here with a stipple. Little heart pull, stipple. Rotate. Right there. That's that. Throw that little pin wash in there. Here. Beautiful. Let's get this back. This ankle trim. We're locked in. Rotate. Look for that heart pull. Rotate. Rotate back right here. Cut in. Let's get a quick rotation. Let's add some moisture. Semi-opaque, kind of wet. Beautiful. Let's catch that hip armor. Like I said, we could be doing this metallic, but anybody who questions the mahogany, the truth of mahogany, just know that we would be like, you know, still here in the first panel if we were raw dog in gold trying to make this work. We'd be moving so fucking slow. So a lot of painting in miniatures in general is just layering, subtraction through addition. So just picking the perfect color or paint for setup usually will get so much of the problem solved for you. There is no, I mean, there is like science behind why this works, but I don't know, like, I don't know the science. Waldo's my boy. What's up, brother? Send me a paint kind of wet, Waldo's. Let's run a seam right there like we do, that like right up against the riser. That's inside this nonsense right here. Beautiful. Waldo's mom, it says it's Friday, had a good week in my new role. What's your new role, man? All right, anybody who's not a non-believer left the big engineering manager to become a staff engineer working on special projects. Sick. Congrats. How special. Now check it out. All the mahogany's there. Now watch. When it comes to laying the gold down, my goal is just to get the highlight game. I'm not overly concerned with coverage. No more people, just old parts. So wait. You were doing engineering. You had to deal with people before, now you don't have to now? You see how fast we're flying through this? Look, the brown authorizes us to just run a quick theme. No more people, just old parts. He says, I was managing people, now I just deal with inanimate objects. So yes. Fuck yeah. Sounds like an engineer dream. Yep. Beautiful. So now that's our job. Our job is to just lay the gold down quick. Noosh. And you see the cool thing about the brown tech is it also kind of counts as the wash. We're gonna go through and do a little bit more like, highlighting this stuff. And that'll help us achieve a little bit more shine and opacity. For now, you're just laying down this rich gold. We did all the hard work already. Yeah, depending, not surprised. That looks sick. Thanks, man. How you feeling today? You know, we were supposed to talk today. We both had something come up. You see how good that brown works? Isn't that just nonsense? It's almost like brown is secretly the best color. You finally got the headache under control. I'm glad to hear it. Oh boy, brown is absolutely the best color. Beautiful. Mo's magic. It's easy to paint. Building it is a nightmare. He's like, what did I say? I saw your smug ass exclamation point squatch judging me for not thinking it was easy to build.
I'm better off now without you. I'm not some toy that you
There we go.
use. And when you come back, I'll refuse. 'Cause I'm better off now, better off now. I'm better off now without you. I'm not some toy that you can use. And when you come back, I'll refuse. 'Cause I'm better off now, better off now.
That's the only tricky spot so far. He says, I'm always judging you. It is a hobby. 21 minutes left. See how much we can get done. Now, some areas on here I can see are not as opaque as I'd like them. That's okay. We're gonna pretend that they are opaque because of the brown, and then we're gonna just move to the highlight gold because we have a brighter gold to go over this still. So rather than sit there and try to like paint it 1,000 times till it's perfect, that's what the brown's job is. So we'll focus on getting each layer installed. That will be where we get the full opacity from. Fucked up. That was my first fuck up right there with the gold. Got a little on the purple I didn't expect. Again, I'm gonna ignore it. I'm gonna ignore it. It doesn't exist. Because we're gonna use mahogany to fix any mistakes later. Stay back this way. Rotate back. Okay. This little leg piece right here.
Treat me like the last time we lasted more than a bottle of wine without a fight. We were alright for a while.
Rotate.
I don't wanna be with you, but I feel myself acting in ways that I shouldn't do. I keep talking until I go blue, and it's always about you. You know I don't like to deep.
There's actually a lot more texture on this trim than I expected. Nuts, bolts, and grooves everywhere.
Before we like to unwind with other people
Yep.
I try and take myself out of the picture frame. No running, no restarting, this ain't no game. I know I'd be alright.
Boom, there it is.
I don't wanna be with you, but I feel myself acting in ways that I shouldn't do. I keep talking until I go blue, and it's always about you.
Like I said, there's a couple of spots where the gold got onto the purple. Very small. We're just going to ignore that for now. Now, some of these places do occupy more real estate. So the highlight will be the bright gold. 16 minutes left. Let's grab some bright gold. Now, like a spot like this, for example. Or take the bright gold. Little noosh, little water. So we're just gonna rather than just another coat of rich gold, we're introducing our bright silver or our bright gold right now. We're just gonna move through doing that. And we're not gonna like repaint. We're just gonna add a couple highlights anywhere I feel like the gold is lacking. Because it's important that your true metallics are opaque and shiny. Rawweiler says, what time did you start? 4? 5? Like normal?
Take me apart. Let the pieces fall to the cold ground where they belong.
Right, gold right here.
I'm hanging on to every word that you breathe because my sanity has been lost to me, lost to me, lost to me.
That we're just looping in some of that bright gold rather than try to reinforce the rich gold, multiple passes, try to get it opaque. Let the highlight be the efficiency. And that's going to give us more volume, more intrigue. The Goon, what's up, brother? And I might use a little bit more aggressive of a wash on some of this trim than I normally would, just because of how much texture there is.
To say what you wanna hear.
Dark Horse, that gold slaps, he says. Thanks, man. When it's just rich gold and bright gold. Mind you, my hobbies. Over mahogany. Now, we got about 9 minutes left, but look. So anywhere I want to clean up, we just go back to the mahogany. Like right here. Some of that gold got out of bounds. And I'm just bringing some mahogany back in as a bit of a pin wash to erase it. See, and the brown just works. Most of this is just dark frames and borders and bright edges. Brown, you sneak it in there, get the eraser going, and it stays there as a nice dark recess. Looks beautiful. Let me open up to a bigger brush. Number 4. Little water. Little rich gold. So doing a little bit of a wet blend right here. Because of how big that piece is. So I just smooth that out. A bigger brush. Thing right here.
To say what you wanna hear, I will bite my tongue.
A little more bright gold. Right there. See, we have a couple of pieces of real estate that really can have a nice little fade, like right there. While we still have a little bit of time on the clock, let's grab a little silver. As we go into it. Final few minutes. A little bit of silver mixed with the bright gold. Here.
Taught me to dream and see the beauty in everything. Since you've been gone, I've had this plan. They'll think I'm crazy, and I probably am. I'll pack my things and leave my fears under the stratosphere.
Say just blocking a little bit of silver. There it is. Look how beautiful that looks. Is this an Emperor's? Oh, who said that earlier? Was that Reapray? Emperor's Children Night? No. This is a known house. It's the marble, white marble and purple. It's an actual Titan Vision. I just can't remember how to say it. Brown. Now we're gonna have to do some inner panel edge highlighting and things like that.
So unexpectedly, 'cause you taught me to grieve, and now I'm missing a part of me.
No, but this is a legitimate, actual Titan Vision.
Got this feeling you'll be there when I land. I'll pack my things
Here's a little bit of dark silver.
under the stratosphere. I'll be in outer space. If you need me, I'll be searching for your pretty face. You'll be my
Bright silver.
and I'll be your first mate. As I'm leaving the Milky Way, I know you're not to blame. Please forgive me, but things just haven't been the same since you were taken without leaving a trace. But I'll find you in a better place. Oh, I'll find you in a better
3 minutes. Just a little bit of silver right here. So no, it's like I said, it's a somewhat like popular sub-faction of Titan Legions. It's got a weird name. So we just wanted to slap some purple onto exoskeleton. Here's top, right?
Hey, man. Thanks, dog.
Idiot and Rampage, my dude.
I keep thinking it's Sunday, but I am watching Kenny. My body is so confused right now.
My body is also confused. Idiot and Rampage. Let me get some love in chat. See, Idiot and Rampage, it's marble, pink, or purple and gold. I just chose to make sure our purple was popping, right? And so that all these purple panels go up here, and then he has marble, purple, some more marble built in. And we did the face as a proof of concept earlier to see how the purple or the gold looked. So he's just interspersed with marble panels and stuff. And see, most of it's gonna, like, most of the exoskeleton is covered. So we did some quick dry brushing and spray paint, and then we'll just kind of wash and weather what we feel like afterwards. Complicated gaming? No, we did whips. Did you post something that I missed?
And his name is John C.
My body is saying yes.
House Shamalatis? Rottweiler, are you just joking? Is that real? Recoil's mom, much love. Yeah, Rottweiler, yo, Waldo's, my body is saying yes.
You gotta get swifty in here. It's time to get swifty. Uh-oh. You gotta get swifty. Oh, yeah. Take off your pants and your panties. Shit on the floor.
The Huff, my man. Rottweiler, I saw this on Instagram. It looks so good. Are you doing blue glow on the inside of the hands? That's a mistake, dude. I'll let you answer why. Dagoon? Is this like Dark Souls? What is this? Blue on blue rule breaking. Yep, he knows. You did it on purpose? You trying to make it work? Cheat it more toward turquoise or jade. Oh, the solo leveling anime. I love that. Because that shit is like lit RPG anime. I love it. Ballin'. Blue power weapons, shit anyway, everything Ultramarines. People just get to suck it up. Yeah, I feel that raw one. That's dope. Shredder slaps. Logan. Oh yeah, I remember you were working on this. Yeah, I remember that shit. And a Fox Girl. Dagoon, good job, man. Rottweiler slaps. Complicated gaming. Oh, did I look at your complicated game? What did you post? Did you post on there? Oh no, I didn't see that. That was like 3 days ago, right? I never saw this. Your weapon, is this like Weapon X or something? What is this? Arco-flagellant. That's the GW official? That's the current GW one? That shit slaps. Sideways, thank you for the resub, brother. Dagoon taught me a lot from those video classes you sent me. That's awesome, bro. You straight up commissions and getting paid. Proud of you, man. Alright guys, we'll go eat some dinner. We'll set up a raid. Thank you guys for your support tonight. As always, shout out to Coil Daddy for holding it down. Recoil, where's the raid going? Wicked? Sideways. Stream ends as soon as I get here. Mini Ruckus. Sideways. I mean, you live in California. That's the lifestyle now, dude. We're coast to coast. Coast commanders. Mini Ruckus. You're gonna send me a homemade pretzel, Rottweiler? You're so ridiculous. Wait, I'd eat it. All right, thank you guys again. Rottweiler, Sideways, Idiot Rampage, Waldo's, Monument Hobbies for the big raid, Recoil's Mom for the big dono, Dark Horse Discord, many others. I'll see you guys Tuesday. Thank you guys for the big April birthday celebration. Appreciate you guys' support. I had to buy a new washing machine this weekend because mine broke. So your generosity in April is a washing machine. Straight 1-to-1 conversion. Rottweiler, can you drive it to my house? Thank you, Caddick Pennant. All right, as always, until we meet again, Go boy, I want a speed queen. That's what I'm looking into. Look, that's what I want for my lady. As always, until we meet again, play on, players.